Hello, everybody, and welcome to Reviews That Don't Matter with Jessica Hitt. My name is Jessica Hitt, and on today's episode, we are going to be talking about, of course, the 2018 Oscars, which are coming out tomorrow. And also, I'm going to predict some winners. And just so you know, with my Oscar predictions, I really like to just go off the deep end and make some choices that probably will never happen. But you know what? If everybody just says the same thing, it's so boring. So you know what? Expect some weird choices, and you know what? There's going to be an upset somewhere along the line of an Oscar night, and I'm going to get one of them. So starting at the bottom, we are talking visual effects, which the nominations are Blade Runner 2049, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Kong Skull Island, Star Wars The Last Jedi, and War for the Planet of the Apes. I am going to say that this one is going to go to War for the Planet of the Apes. I think that probably Blade Runner has a good shot of winning as well, but I think War for the Planet of the Apes, just because, I mean, what they do with motion capture by itself is deserving of a win, and I'm not sure they've won an Oscar yet, so I'm going to go for War for the Planet of the Apes. For costume design, we have Beauty and the Beast, Darkest Hour, Phantom Thread, Shape of Water, and Victoria and Abdul. I mean, this has got to be Phantom Thread, right? The whole movie's about dresses, so we're going with the Phantom Thread. These are safe picks. I need to spice it up. Makeup and hair, Darkest Hour, Victoria and Abdul, and Wonder. Obviously going to be Darkest Hour, just because of the transformation of Gary Oldman. Original song. Okay, this is a category that I feel like not a lot of people know who's going to win. I have my favorites. I have my predictions, and I've heard literally all of these songs put on a list of what's going to win. So we have Mighty River from Mudbound, Mystery of Love from Call Me By Your Name, Remember Me from Coco, Stand Up for Something from Marshall, This Is Me from The Greatest Showman. Okay, I'm going to go with Remember Me just because I think it's the best song out of the ones that I've heard. I haven't heard all of them, let's be real. I think This Is Me has a chance just because of this weird push that The Greatest Showman has gotten. Yeah, so that has a chance. Mighty River has a chance because I think that the Academy might want to do something for Mudbound because I don't think it's going to win anything. I mean, Mystery of Love has got some stuff, and Stand Up for Something has also got a little bit of momentum, but I'm going to go with Remember Me because Coco is a brilliant film, and that song made me cry a lot. Original score, we have Dunkirk, Hans Zimmer, Phantom Thread, Johnny Greenwood, The Shape of Water, Alexandre Desplat, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, Star Wars The Last Jedi, John Williams, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Carter Burwell. I think, personally, what I think will win and should win is going to be Shape of Water. As much as I really don't care about Shape of Water, I've decided I just don't care about the movie. That score is gorgeous, and it's like the top thing of that movie. So I think that'll win. Also, I mean, Star Wars Last Jedi, that's kind of boring, I feel like. Dunkirk might have a chance. Phantom Thread, I think, is a dark horse in this, and I don't think Three Billboards has a chance. But I think Shape of Water is gonna win. Production design, we have Beauty and the Beast, Blade Runner 2049, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, and Shape of Water. I think Dunkirk and Darkest Hour are going to cancel each other out because they're the same thing. Beauty and the Beast I don't think has a chance. I'm going to go with Blade Runner 2049. Yeah, we're going to go with Blade Runner 2049. I feel like Blade Runner is going to earn a lot more Oscars than people are thinking. Sound mixing, we've got Baby Driver, Blade Runner 2049, Dunkirk, The Shape of Water, Star Wars The Last Jedi. I think for sound mixing and sound editing, which they're both the same, yeah, they are the 5 same nominations. I think both are going to go to, of course, Dunkirk. As much as I'd love to give it to Baby Driver, I'm going to give Baby Driver something else, and we'll talk about that right now, apparently. Film editing, that's next on my list. Baby Driver, Dunkirk, I, Tonya, Shape of Water, Three Billboards. I'm going to actually give this to Baby Driver because I feel like the Academy will want to give Baby Driver something. And if they're not going to give it sound editing, I think they're going to give it film editing. Even though Dunkirk is the heavy favorite, you know what? Let's do it. Let's make a bold choice and go Baby Driver. Best foreign language film. A Fantastic Woman from Chile, The Insult from Lebanon, Loveless from Russia, On Body and Soul from Hungary, and The Square, Sweden. I think The Square and A Fantastic Woman are the two top dogs, but I'm going to go with The Insult from Lebanon because that is the only one of these films that I have actually seen a trailer for. Next is Best Live Action Short Film, which, let's be real, has anyone seen these? I don't even think the Academy's seen most of these. DeKalb Elementary, Reed Van Dyke, The 11 O'Clock, Darren Seal and Josh Lawson, My Nephew Emmett, Kevin Wilson Jr., The Silent Child, Chris Overton, Rachel Shinton, Watu Wote / All of Us, Katja Benroth, Tobias Rosen. I'm going to go with DeKalb Elementary just because I think it's timely. Best Documentary Short Subject. I did not realize that this is the traffic people. Okay, so we have two traffic things. Edith and Eddie, Heaven is a Traffic Jam on the 405, Heroin, Knife Skills, Traffic Stop. You know what? We're going to go with... I'm going to go with Heroin just because... I kind of like the word heroin. Is that weird? Okay, Best Documentary Feature. This is Abacus, Small Enough to Jail, Faces Places, Icarus, Last Minute in Aleppo, and Strong Island. Here's the thing. I think Faces Places is probably the heavy favorite, but I just started Icarus, which is on Netflix right now. I'll eventually let you know because I'll do a review on it. And I'm only about 20 minutes in, and I love this documentary. I'm gonna go with Icarus just because I also want Netflix to win something. Next up is cinematography, which is pretty easy to predict, I think. Blade Runner 2049, Roger Deakins, Darkest Hour, Bruno Del Bonel, Dunkirk, Hoyt van Hoytema, Mudbound, Rachel Morrison, The Shape of Water, Dan Lawson. As much as I love that Rachel Morrison got the first ever female cinematography nomination for the Academy, I think this is obviously Roger Deakins' Legacy Award that he's going to be winning. Okay, here's where we get weird. Original screenplay, The Big Sip, Get Out, Lady Bird, Shape of Water, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. I'm going to go with Shape of Water is going to win this. And I know it's more... People are thinking Get Out's going to win this because Shape of Water's going to win Best Picture, but I think Shape of Water's going to win this one. Adapted screenplay is a little bit easier to predict, I think. Call Me By Your Name, The Disaster Artist, Logan, Molly's Game, and Mudbound. I think it's between Mudbound and Call Me By Your Name, and I think Call Me By Your Name is going to get it, mainly because the Academy is going to want to give Call Me By Your Name something, and I think this is kind of the easiest category to predict. Disaster Artist, I think, unfortunately, will not get it. Logan, unfortunately, will not get it. Molly's Game, as much as I enjoyed the movie, I don't think that, I call it the fifth on this that I've seen. Mudbound has a chance just because it's gotten a decent amount of fire behind it. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just get on. Animated short, Dear Basketball, Glenn Keane, Kobe Bryant, Garden Party, Victor Clare, Gabrielle Grapperon, Lou, Dave Mullins, Dana Murray, Negative Space, Max Porter, Rue Kuwahata, Revolting Rhymes, Jacob Shue and Jan Lashauer, and of course, Frozen. I'm kidding, that was a terrible short. Anyway, I know people think Dear Basketball just because it's Kobe Bryant and it's probably the most well-known out of all of these, but I don't think the Academies want to give their award to a basketball player, so I'm going to go with Negative Space. Animated feature, obvious. Boss Baby, no. Breadwinner, has a chance. Coco. Ferdinand. Loving Vincent. Loving Vincent, I think, I haven't seen it, but I'm interested in seeing this, mainly because it's the first painted animated short, which is fantastic. Ferdinand, I think, was just kind of added in there because they want John Cena at the Academy Awards. Boss Baby is, I have not seen it. I don't plan on seeing it. The Breadwinner, everything I've heard, that is a fantastic film, but I think Coco is going to run away with this. It's Pixar, but it's also an amazing film. Okay, now we're getting to the more boring stuff that we know is going to win, so it's just you can skip forward if you want. Director, Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan, Get Out, Jordan Peele, Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig, Phantom Thread, Paul Thomas Anderson, and of course, The Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro. First of all, Christopher Nolan, Jordan Peele, Greta Gerwig, great job, first-time nominees. I can't believe it took this long to get Christopher Nolan a director nomination. Also, thank you, Academy, for not putting in Jordan and Greta, because here's the thing. They should have been on the nomination list all through award season, and it's a damn shame that this is the first time Greta Gerwig is getting this nomination. Don't talk to me about that. Paul Thomas Anderson, I really want to see The Phantom Thread, but it's one of those movies I'm probably going to wait on. And I do think, of course, Guillermo del Toro is going to get a legacy award for The Shape of Water. As much as I did not care much for it, it's got a lot of full steam. And also, Guillermo del Toro's done a lot of great stuff, and I think it's about time. Supporting actors, boring. Mary J. Blige, Mudbound, Allison Janney, I, Tonya, Leslie Manville, Phantom Thread, Laurie Metcalf, Lady Bird, and Octavia Spencer, The Shape of Water. Personally, I do not understand why Octavia Spencer's in this. I have not seen Phantom Thread yet. Allison Janney is obviously the favorite. I would love for Laurie Metcalf to win. And you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna be exciting. I'm not gonna be like everybody else's boring little Oscar pools. I'm not waging money on this. I'm gonna go with a Laurie Metcalf win for Lady Bird. Also, can I say, I've read a lot of like who will win, who should win, what people want, all of those anonymous Oscar voter ballots. And everyone's saying they want Laurie Metcalf. They think that she deserves it, but Allison Janney's gonna get it. Like, why don't you just vote for Laurie Metcalf? And then maybe she would win. Jesus, this is why I hate the Academy. Supporting actor. Willem Dafoe, The Florida Project, Woody Harrelson, 3 Billboards, Richard Jenkins, The Shape of Water, Christopher Plummer, All the Money in the World, Sam Rockwell, 3 Billboards. I do obviously think Sam Rockwell's going to win. He is one of the best actors working today. I say that a lot about a lot of people, but he's one of the best actors that nobody really knows about. Lead actress. Sally Hawkins, The Shape of Water, Frances McDormand, 3 Billboards, Margot Robbie, I, Tonya, Saoirse Ronan, Lady Bird, and Meryl Streep, The Post. Frances McDormand is going to win, but I love a Saoirse Ronan or Margot Robbie just because there's some young new blood. Even though Saoirse Ronan, for being like 24 or something like that, she's been nominated 3 times. That's awesome. But Frances McDormand's going to win because I don't know why. I haven't seen the movie, sorry. Lead actor, Timothy Chalamet, Call Me By Your Name, Daniel Day-Lewis, Phantom Thread, Daniel Kaluuya, Get Out, Gary Oldman, Darkest Hour, Denzel Washington, Roman J. Israel, Esquire. God, I always forget that's a movie. I'm never gonna see it. This one, I feel like Gary Oldman's gonna get. I've not seen Darkest Hour. Obviously, he's the heavy favorite because he's done the Oscar thing and he put on a fat suit and a lot of makeup, and you can barely tell it's him. Anyway, I'd love for Timothy Chalamet to win, but you know what? We're gonna go with Timothy Chalamet because fuck it, right? Okay, now we're at Best Picture, which first of all, I do not understand having 10 slots and only nominating 9. That's when you create snubs and either go back to 5 or get 10 in there every single time because The Big Sick deserves to be in this. Also, take out The Post, get that crap out, put something else in. I don't know what else you would put in. I mean, I'd put The Disaster Artist personally just because I love that film, but I feel like that went over a lot of the older generation's head. Anyway, Best Picture, Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, The Phantom Thread, The Post, Shape of Water, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Everyone's saying this is the game between Shape of Water and 3 Billboards, with Shape of Water the favorite now. Fuck both of them. They're not gonna win. Get Out is winning. That's why I chose Shape of Water to get the best original screenplay because I don't think those two are going to match. I think most people think Get Out's going to get best original screenplay and Shape of Water's going to get best picture. I'm switching it. I'm putting Get Out for best picture because I think it's the best picture. First, I think that by giving Get Out the best picture Oscar, first of all, you're going to put yourself on a list of a lot of young people who do not watch the Oscars anymore, which is exactly what you need. Second of all, it deserves it. It is the most shocking movie. It is the best movie. This movie premiered literally a year ago, and we're still talking about it. We will be talking about it for 5 more years. And like every single month I would hear, oh, Get Out for Best Picture. Does it have a chance? Does it have a chance? It got nominated. I think it should win. Even though there's a whole bunch of reports of all of those elderly, stupid, white Academy members who have not been in the industry in 10 to 20 years who are just hanging on to their cards so that way they can vote and feel pretentious and feel important when they're not, are, not going to see it because it's not an Oscar film. Literally, go screw yourself because you obviously don't know what an Oscar film is. And I'm just happy that the Academy has enrolled so many new faces, so many diverse faces, so many women. I am so here for it. And eventually, not at the moment, it will reflect the nominations and the winners. I don't know if it's this year. I don't know if it's next year. I don't know if it's in 10 years. I hope you guys like this review. Well, this list of nominations and winners for the 2018 Oscars. If you did give it a thumbs up, comment down below. What are your thoughts on all of these things? Where do you think that I should have gone somewhere different? Do you think I should have taken more risk or less risk? Probably less risk. My Oscar thing is probably just effed up. Okay, I'm gonna leave. Bye.